Hey everybody, I'm back. This is my DVD collection for the last month or so. Do apologize about the glare. These are new glasses. I tried to darken the screen as much as I could, but it doesn't seem to be working too well. So I do apologize about the glare. Um, so let's just get started right away with the Blu-rays. First up, I have the remake of Amityville Horror. I do have this on DVD. I bought this mainly because it came with Carrie Cash, movie cash for Carrie, and I wanted to see that. So I figured this was $5. The movie cash was $7.50. Why the hell not? I've been wanting to get it on Blu-ray anyway. I have not yet watched it, so I can't really comment on whether or not it looks good or not. But I'm sure it does. It's a newer movie, um, so yeah. Next one up I have is The Wizard of Oz 3D. I wasn't gonna buy this. I went and saw it in the theater when it was released for like the 1 week in IMAX 3D. I went and saw it mainly because I want to, I have this thing about wanting to see my top 10 movies in the theaters, and I think I've only got a few left. But this was on my top 10, so I had to go see it. 3D was okay. I mean, it really didn't help any. I mean, it didn't like take anything away from the movie. It didn't really add anything to the movie either. But it was what it was. I wasn't gonna buy this, but then I bought it because I wanted to see the new documentary. Like an idiot, I should have bought the non 3D one because that was like $12. This was $20, and I really didn't care about the 3D on this, so I kind of wasted $8. My own stupidity. But I know the 3D version has a new transfer on it. The 2D one, as far as I know, does not have a new transfer on it. So yeah, it does look good. The 3D one looks amazing, picture quality wise. 3D wise, it's just whatever. Next one up is a set that I was really excited about. Like I've talked about Shout Factory in the past, and I love Shout Factory. I love what they do and everything. Um, so I'm really happy that they released this. This is the Vincent Price collection, and this is 6 of his movies, probably 6 of his best movies: Pit and the Pendulum, Mask of the Red Death, Haunted Palace, Fall of the House of Usher, Abominable Dr. Phibes, and Witchfinder General. Pit and the Pendulum was the very first movie I ever saw of Vincent Price's, and I've watched that. It looks amazing. I watched Abominable Dr. Phibes. That looks amazing. I watched some of the special features. There was an hour-long interview with him from The Sinister Image, which was a really good documentary. And I watched an interview with Roger Corman on The Mask of the Red Death. Now, out of these 6 movies, the only 2 that I've never seen are Mask of the Red Death and Witchfinder General. I do own both of those movies, but I just have never watched them. And Haunted Palace I've only seen once, and I really don't remember a whole lot about it. But these movies look phenomenal. They've got some great special features. There's commentaries in all the movies, which I think is awesome. The commentaries on Pitt and House of Usher are from the MGM DVDs, but I think that the other commentaries are new because they're all from like film historians or biographers and stuff like that. But this is a really great set. It's last time I checked, it was going for $70 on Amazon, which I had originally pre-ordered it on Amazon. But then I found out that Groupon, which I've heard of but I've never used, was offering it for way less, and like what is it, like $30 less. I got it for $40. So I got it from them, and not only did I get it for $40, but I got it early. I got it the Saturday before it came out, so I think that's pretty cool. Next one up was a movie that came out on Blu-ray last year. I've been putting it off because I didn't want to spend $20 on it, and this is Hocus Pocus, movie from my childhood. Love watching it. It's a fun little movie to watch at Halloween, and I got it for $12.99 at Best Buy a couple weeks ago, so I was happy that it had dropped down to a respectable price. I did the same thing when Dick Tracy came out. There was no way in hell, because these have no special features, none, not even a trailer, nothing. And I'm not going to pay $20 for that. I will pay 10, 12 tops, maybe 15 depending on how I feel that day, but not $20, no way. So that movie looks pretty good. It's been a long time since I saw it, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. Next one up was a movie I've been waiting for. It's Little Mermaid. I love Little Mermaid. I love the Disney Renaissance movies. They're fantastic movies. They're my childhood, but they're fantastic movies. And this one looks phenomenal. I got this one, it's the 3D one. And I have to point out that I love the covers of the 3D movies, for the most part. They've been putting on like, well, in this case, they put on I'm totally drawing a blank. My computer screen just went black, so I'm completely drawing a blank here. um, they put the teaser poster as the cover, which I love. I think this is a great cover. The other cover is, it's like all the characters on the cover, and they're all having a party and shit, and it's just like, why is that what they do? Why do they have to put that on there? There's other stuff going on and whatnot. Why does it have to be all the characters? One character, very simple. Her reaching towards the surface. This cover describes the movie. The one of them all under the sea having a party does not describe the movie, so looks good. Have not watched any of the special features. However, most of them are from the original DVD, or the Platinum Edition DVD. And there's a music video for Part of Your World by Carly Rae Jepsen, who did Call Me Maybe. And I'm going to be honest, it was terrible. I actually watched it, and it was garbage. Like, I I'm not going to just stand there and be like, oh, God, new teenage singers, they suck, blah, 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 blah. But I'll watch it, and if it's garbage, it's garbage. And that's exactly what this is. It's garbage. The music video. So Disney needs to stop trying to use these teen sensations on there, because they did that on I cannot remember which one it was. I want to say it was Little Mermaid, but anyway, they put Raven-Symoné. She had done a cover of either Part of Your World or like Can You Feel the Love Tonight or something on Lion King, something like that. And I was just like, why do you have to do this? But whatever. Moving on. Next one up I got is Season 4 of Glee. This is the first time I've ever bought the season as soon as it came out. I did that because I wanted to watch Season 4 before Season 5 started. And I might be halfway through. I'm not really sure. Because Season 4, this season's not all that great. And, but I did watch the tribute video to Corey Monteith. And yeah, it was a good episode, but I'm DVRing Season 5, so I can finish up with that and then try to catch up on Season 5. Alright, next one up I have is a movie that just came out on Blu-ray. Almost paid $20 for it, and then I decided not to because that was just a ridiculous amount for an older movie. And then miraculously it went down in price to $10 at Best Buy, so I bought it then. This is The Fly. This is the 20th Century Fox Studio Classics edition. It's all the same special features from the previous DVD. Movie looks really good. For being 50-something years old, it looks really good. This has always been a fun movie. I'm a big Vincent Price fan, so it's fun to buy as many of his movies that come out as possible. Alright, next up I have is a movie that I saw when it first came out on video, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's not a bad movie, it's just, it is what it is, but I bought it. I got it for $6.50 as a trick or treat. I rewatched it. It's still just an okay movie to me. I know a lot of people like this movie, but it's an okay movie to me. It's an anthology movie. That's basically it's just a bunch of different stories put together, interlaced with certain characters, and it is what it is. I haven't watched any of the special features, but there's a lot on here. There's looks like a featurette, commentary, deleted scenes, and then a short and some other crap too. So, for $6, why the hell not? Alright, next one up is a movie that I liked. I heard a lot of people bitch about this movie, but I enjoyed it. This is the Hangover Part III. I liked all of them. I don't care what anybody says about the second one. I liked it. There's nothing wrong with using the same formula for a movie if you have different jokes, which is what they did in Part 2. This one is a completely different story, no hangover. And that's what people bitched about. They were like, oh, why is it called The Hangover if there's no hangover? And I'm just like, you know what? You guys bitched about them doing the same thing in Part 2 that they did in Part 1, and now you're bitching that they tried something different. And I actually, at the end of this movie, during the credits, they have a hangover scene. And people were like, oh, the scene after the credits is what the whole movie should have been. Well, then it would have been part 2, and then you would have bitched about that. So there's no pleasing anybody. I like this movie. I thought this one was actually probably the best of the 3. It has some really good moments. I have not watched any of the special features. On movies like this, I really couldn't care less about the special features. I just really bought it for them to have the movie, and I think it's a great movie. It's like it goes back to the first one and interweaves into it, and it's like it makes it an actual trilogy, which is what I think is kind of neat. All right, next up we have a movie that will probably be in my top 5. Not really sure, but this is a really funny movie, and This Is the End, which is a movie with Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jonah Hill, Craig Robinson, Danny McBride. It's a really, really funny movie about all these guys playing themselves at a party. Apocalypse happens, and then they're left. They're left on Earth, and no one knows what's going on, and it's a funny movie. It's got some really great stuff in it. I really want to watch these special features, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Mainly the deleted scenes and the gag reel. I think those are going to be great. If you haven't seen this movie and you like these guys, see it. I like this movie. This is a good movie. Alright, next up we have is a set that I was looking forward to, and though there are no new special features on this, I think this is a great set. This is the Chucky The Complete Collection. It's got Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and the new Curse of Chucky. Which I think is great that they included Curse of Chucky, so I didn't have to buy the set and then buy an additional movie. For $60, I paid $10 a movie, not bad. Speaking of Curse of Chucky, I thought it was really good. I was expecting, direct-to-video. I was expecting it to be garbage, low budget, and it was really good. It was a lot like the first movie, which in turn it kind of hurt that because we already know what Chucky is. We know who he is. We know he's a killer doll. We don't need the suspense. We don't need the build up to the reveal of Chucky. We already know who he is. So that aspect kind of hurt it, but it didn't hurt it enough to not like the movie. It was a good movie. There was a couple parts where you're just kind of like, what the hell? But for the most part, it was good. Brad Dourif's actually in the movie as Charles Lee Ray. They kind of have not a flashback, but a backstory that connects him to the characters of the new movie, which I thought was really, really cool. And then there's a surprise ending, and then there is a post-credit sequence, which I thought was awesome. And after you see it, I think they really need to make another movie going off of that ending, because I thought that was a perfect ending for the movie. All the movies look great. I read some reviews that Bride of Chucky didn't look all that great. I disagree. I didn't watch all of them. Only one I have not watched was Seed of Chucky, which I used to own on a Canadian Blu-ray. So that's the only one I haven't watched. But I think they all look great. The first one's obviously the same transfer as it was when it came out, however many years ago. Then 2, 3, and 4 are obviously new transfers because they've never been on Blu-ray, and I think they all look great. They all look phenomenal. Curse of Chucky looked great, but obviously it was brand new. It was probably shot on HD, so... and Seed of Chucky, I'm assuming, is the same transfer from the Blu-ray, the Canadian Blu-ray. Although the Canadian Blu-ray was the rated version. This is the unrated version, so maybe it is a new transfer. I have no idea. So, moving on, we have the Tremors Attack Pack, which is a set that I was kind of looking forward to because I really like Tremors. I really like the second Tremors. Third one I saw a long time ago, and I don't remember anything about it. I just remember it being kind of goofy, and I've never seen 4. But I ended up getting this for $23.50, so not bad for 4 movies. A little bit more than $5 a movie, right? So, but yeah, it's a pretty good set. I've only watched the first 2 movies. I haven't watched the last 2, so it's got all the special features from the other sets, including the feature-length documentary on the first Tremors, which is awesome. It's 2 movies per disc, and I don't think that hurts it. The picture quality's fine, so whatever. Alright, next up is a movie I already owned, but I rebought it to have the 3D, and that's The Avengers. This was one, I didn't have my 3D TV just yet. I bought my 3D TV like 2 or 3 months after this came out, so I didn't have the 3D. And there was no way in hell I was spending $40 on this. I ended up getting it for $25 used, which is still a lot. But I figured, I don't know if I'll find it cheaper than that. So why not just pick it up, just grab it while I can. And so yeah, I kind of peeked at it just to see what it looks like, but I have not watched it yet, so I can't really comment on if it's good or not. Next one up, a similar situation. This was a movie that I was going to buy when it came out, but I just didn't want to spend the money on how much it was. This is Iron Man 3. This is the 3D version. I actually got this really cheap, $20 for the 3D disc and the Blu-ray disc. Family Video was selling it, the 3D one for $10 and the regular one for $10. So I was going to just grab the 3D, and then I was like, you know what? I want to have the Blu-ray because every time I watch one of my 3D movies, every time I watch it, I'm not going to necessarily want to watch it in 3D. So I got it. Bleh, just having mind farts here today. So I grabbed both for $20, and that's not bad because the 3D one goes for like $35 or more, and I'm not paying that much money for it. So $20 I didn't think was bad. So again, that's another movie I kind of peeked at. I didn't really watch it yet. Next one's up. We have our Psycho 2 and 3 from Shout Factory. Gotta love Shout Factory. Their sets are amazing. Psycho 2, they both look phenomenal. This one is the only lackluster one because other than the commentary, there's nothing new on it. There's no new special features. When I say new, I mean newly produced. They have a commentary by Tom Holland, which I think will probably be a great commentary. I haven't listened to it yet. And then they have it says vintage video and audio interviews with Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, and director Richard Franklin. What it is the electronic press kit that came out when the movie came out, and a lot of it is like repeated stuff, and it's mostly just talking about how Anthony Perkins was coming back. The one thing I really wish they could have done, and I'm sure that they probably tried and she said no, was I would have loved to have seen a new interview with Meg Tilly about this, especially now that Anthony Perkins is dead. I mean, the whole background with that is she didn't know who he was, and so she was kind of bitchy with him about it, and about how he was getting all this publicity and she wasn't, and this and that. And then there was like tension between him and her. I would love to hear what she has to say about this movie now, but I'm sure she turned them down. So, Psycho 3, it's got a really cool interview with Jeff Fahey and Kat Shea, who I watched those 2 interviews. There's a couple other interviews that I have not watched. I just realized is the interview with Jeff Fahey is not even listed on the back of here. Huh. Anyway, Brink Stevens. Huh. I don't think there's an interview with that particular person. Well, whatever. It looks good. It's got a commentary by the screenwriter. So yeah, I got nothing more to say about these. They're just Shout Factory, Scream Factory, whatever. They're great. They do great. So next one up is Iron Man 2-disc Blu-ray. I used to own this when it first came out. Then I sold it. Then I repurchased Iron Man, but it was the 1 disc. And when I was at Disc Replay, when I got Avengers, I saw this for $12, and I was like, why the hell not? So I can get the 2nd disc again. So that's all I really have to say about that. Next up, I'm going to show all 5 of these. This is the Wrong Turn series. At present time, I've only seen this one, and I'd only seen it. I mean, I saw these for $5 at Fry's, so I was just like, all right, I'll grab the first one. Then I'm standing there and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna buy all of them. I've never seen them, the sequels, but for $5, why not? So I haven't watched them. I haven't even opened them yet, except for the first one. But I'll get around to watching them eventually. All right, next 3 I'm gonna talk about are digibooks that I got. First one up is the Halloween 35th Anniversary Edition. And people who may remember, actually, you know what? I don't think I was doing the DVD collection videos back then, but I probably talked about it in my Halloween video. I used to have the original Blu-ray, which I got for free. I won it at a convention. And when this came out, aside from the commentary and some like featurette with Jamie Lee Curtis, which she's followed around about at a convention, I'm just like, there's no other special feature. Had this had all the special features on it from every release, I would have bought it in a heartbeat because I've got all these goddamn copies of Halloween because they won't include all the special features on one set. So I have all these copies of it. So when this came out, I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. I'll wait till I can find it for $10 or something. Then maybe I'll buy it just for the commentary. And then I saw some reviews on it, and I saw the picture quality difference, and the transfer was approved by Dean Cundy, the cinematographer, and I was just like, ooh, wow, who cares? And then I saw the comparison between the original one and this one, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy hell, this is a ton different. Like, looks so much better, and that's what sold me on it. So that's why I went and picked it up, even though I wasn't originally going to. Next one up is Empire of the Sun, which I got for $10 at Sam's Club. I saw this movie years and years and years ago. I haven't seen it in a long time. I saw it when I was in junior high, and I liked it. I remember that much, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So I picked it up, $10, but I have not watched it yet, so I can't really comment on anything with it yet. Also, Shawshank Redemption I got for $10 at Sam's Club. So, and again, I haven't watched this one either, but this is a movie that I saw 3 or 4 years ago for the first time, and I really liked it. I haven't seen it since then, so I'm kind of looking forward to rewatching it. Alright, and the last couple things I have to talk about is I got Leprechaun. This is the first 4 movies. I've only ever seen the first 3. I've never seen 4, 5, or 6. So, I picked this up. I knew it was going to be, some low-quality garbage because it's 4 movies and it was $5. So, yeah, $5 or $7.50. I can't remember. I got it at Walmart. And I watched the first 2, which look like garbage. So I'm assuming 3 and 4 also look like garbage. And but that's fine. For these types of movies, these are movies that you watch when you want to have a good time. You just want to fucking watch something stupid and have a good time. And I also bought Green Lantern for $5, which I'd never seen. I wanted to see it. I figured, what the hell, $5. I watched part of it. I wasn't really getting into it, so this was probably a stupid blind buy that I'm going to end up throwing away because I really doubt I can actually sell it. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is my collection for the last month. I've got some ideas, hopefully, that I'll actually do for new videos. I have a feeling that I probably won't do them because I'm lazy as shit. But I'm going to try doing them. I've got some good ideas. And I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. For people who are following me on Twitter, I have not decided yet if I'm going to do any more live tweeting. That was quite an embarkment on me for the Friday the 13th movies. So I have to have time and everything to actually get that going and actually sit my ass down and watch a ton of movies. I should have done it when I was watching the Child's Play movies. I didn't watch them in order. So that was probably why. And I wasn't sure if I was going to watch all of them, and I didn't. I didn't watch all of them in one sitting. I watched almost all of them, aside from 3 and 5. I did watch in one sitting. So I should have done it then, but it's done and over with. I might do it during Christmas time because I do a Christmas marathon throughout all of December. So I might do something like that. Don't quote me on that. If for anybody who doesn't follow me on Twitter, I'll put the link down here. Just follow me. You guys can become a fan on Facebook. I'll put the link down there as well. And also, I haven't updated it in a long time, but keep checking my blog because I should be putting up some new reviews eventually. So, and that's being pedestrian. Again, those episodes are really hard to do, so it's sporadic, but I will try to keep everyone updated on those as well. I think I talked about it last time. There are the 2 new episodes from earlier in September, I believe, and I've got a couple ideas for future episodes. So please keep checking there too. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you.